Right, so in terms of planning, I initially put my idea down on a whiteboard and just stood back and brain dumped it. I then went on to think about it a little more and put together a very rough draft, and took that rough draft and then turned it into an actual plan. Adding my measurements that I thought I would need in order to get the confidence to actually start the project on paper. It was looking pretty good. I adjusted the plan on the fly. I worked out that with the soil going into the bucket there, it was going to need to be able to hold that weight. So any dirt pushing in there was going to push back and forward. So putting a dovetail joint at the end is going to give the extra strength, so that it's not going to push the whole thing out. Didn't bother with the dovetail on the base because this is made to sit on the ground, so it doesn't need quite as much strength. The only error I actually made with my planning was I didn't plan out the dividers, and when I came to cut them, what happened was I cut them too short. I forgot that there was going to be a ridge needed at the bottom, or like a plug to go into that groove. In hindsight, I probably didn't need to put that bottom groove on. It would have just been fine to sit on the base flush with the grooves in the front piece and the back would have been enough. So second time around when I make it, I won't be making that mistake. Yeah, I mean, that was a little disappointing because I'd done so well up to that stage, and that just kind of made it less than ideal. What I'm pretty proud of with my planning was I've actually designed an original concept. I didn't check any other plans. I just thought about it, thought of what I wanted to do, and wrote it down, planned it out with no reference. So that's pretty cool. So to actually come up with the original design and actually see it come together is fantastic. I feel really good about that. So in terms of craftsmanship is probably the most challenging part of the whole project for me, not known for my handyman skills, and I'm pretty pleased in the end that I actually got most of it at least half right. Shouldn't really blame my tools, but I will say if I'd had access to that same tool shop or the same workshop that we had back in third form, I probably would have done a much better job with some of my cuts. I guess overall, with the craftsmanship, what I found was that a lot of time and care and patience really paid off in terms of just not trying to rush things. So checking, remeasuring, measuring and checking twice before making any cut, and then just slowly grafting through it probably took a lot more time to get it done, but in the end I think I've ended up with a better quality job because of it. All in all, I think I've committed about maybe 30 hours of time into finishing this project from start to finish, which I think is probably about the same amount of time that we would have had way back in third form. So that's worked out pretty well. Certainly when I was on the job, I remained focused around the job. Probably noticed my workshop is actually the front of my garage, which meant I could only work on sunny days. Wet weather weekends were meant no project work for me. However, once those wet weekends were done, I was able to get on with it and get it done. So just staying focused and going through what I need to do and with the plan, I think that showed enough dedication to getting this project actually finished. So I guess in terms of grading and the achievement grade, I'm going to leave that up to you, Mr. Darky. I can give you more information if you want. If you need more photos and the like, I'm more than happy to provide those. You just let us know what you need in order to be comfortable with giving me a grade. So in terms of next projects, this is a rat trap from Predator Free New Zealand. So they sell these for about $35 and they're pretty basic. I mean, it's essentially 4 bits of wood cut to a certain length with a groove cut in the side there for the gate. Exactly. So you put your trap in there, you put that out in the bush or whatever, the rat comes in, bam, snap it. And I'm pretty passionate about looking after our environment and trapping some of these pests. This one has been particularly good for me. This has got at least 9 kills on it so far. Who knows that I was living in Hamlin. But we could do with a few more of these, so you can do with a few more of them up the batch, up in the Coromandel. So I'm going to try and make maybe half a dozen of these, and that'll be my next big project. The other project I want to start is probably build another one of these, but I will get myself some power tools this time. I think it'll be able to cut it a little bit quicker, and certainly make it a little sharper, a little neater. So yeah, I'm really happy with this and the way it's turned out. I mean, it's pretty solid. Certainly once I put the stain on it, it's just kind of brought it all together. You know, this is going to do a good job. My wife can't wait to actually use it. Start putting some herbs and some flowers into that, and it'll be something for me to always remember this particular moment. So yeah, looking forward to it. Maybe this will be my my Christmas gifts I'll be handing out this year.